And good morning, my YouTube buddies. Right, I just come down the river. I was planning on having a little paddle. Don't think it's going to happen. Just got down there and I'll show you why. Well, this is usually underwater. You can see where the water line is. All this, that's normally where I put in. There's a lot of hard shell kayaks or canoes that have just pulled up. They probably have better luck. They're better suited to shallower water, but there's no way my inflatable's gonna survive, and I don't fancy dragging it to deep water. But yep, but all is not lost. Because this was a twofold plan. Yeah, because what I was going to do is I was going to have a little paddle, and then I was going to take a little trip across the bridge into that section of the forest and just go for a little mooch and find a camping spot. So it's not lost at all. I've been meaning to come down there to do this anyway, so maybe it was meant to be. Just gives me longer to find a decent spot to go camping. So right, I'm going to go for a walk. See you in a bit.
Right, what we'll do is get your top on there.
Yeah.
That's not on the back.
Paddle down there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, hope to see you on the water sometime.
Oh, I'll be back. Yeah, I will be. I'll be down definitely.
Yeah.
Have a lovely time.
The best time is autumn.
Yeah. Nice misty morning.
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 Yeah, there's one of the ladies in the village, Liz, it was Liz Fox, Liz Sharman. She was world #1.
Oh, right, okay.
She used to do her race training down the bottom there.
Oh, right.
Underneath the bridge.
Okay.
Right.
Right, well, away you go. See you later.
Yeah. You remember those bollards with the line on the you can see into that? That makes a difference.
And away they go. Yeah, definitely going to have to invest in a hard shell, I think. Right, let's go for a little wander. Well, do you know what? Just on the other side of the bridge, I mean, I don't know how busy this gets during the evening, I shouldn't imagine it gets that busy. You probably get some kids or something come down. But I'm just wondering, got drinking water, all I need to do is bring a purification system. So that means I don't have to carry any water with me, which is a great help because water is a bugger to get to a campsite if you've got to go any distance. Well, I can't really see, unless it was windy, I can't really see any of those coming down. But even so, you could even just go slightly in a bit. Do you know what? This might be a spot. I might be onto something here. What do you reckon? Get down here late, leave early. Might just have stumbled onto something. Alright, let's go for a little wander. See where this takes me. I've never been over here before. I always just put in, have a paddle, and go home. So let's have a look, shall we? Maybe if I did a bit more of this, I might actually lose some weight. I've got to lose some weight badly. I don't think I've ever been so fat in all my life. Ideally, I need to lose and drop about 4 stone. Whatever that is in pounds, I ain't got a clue. But it's, well, it's not impossible. It just means I've got to change a few things, and I have tried. Just obviously not tried hard enough. I know it's done for a reason, but I hate seeing it when sections of forest are cut down. I cut loads down at my local woods as well, the local forest. Well, let's take a little trip down here, shall we? Is there really any need? Bloody coronavirus. COVID. Oh, don't even want to say it. Sick to death of it. As I was coming in, there was a big pile of junk that someone had fly tipped. I'll try and catch it on the way out. You'll see it then, and it's I despair, I really do. Yeah, I need to find somewhere a bit off the beaten track, because you will get Forestry Commission driving up and down these roads, these lanes. And the last thing you want when you're camping is them coming along and telling you to clear out. Because, boys and girls, wild camping is, well, it is illegal in the UK. Well, in England. I think you can do it in Scotland. They've got different laws up there. It's kind of accepted in certain circumstances in England and Wales, but you can be asked to move on, so the whole idea of it is to not get seen. See how I feel I'm getting out of puff already. I'll have to take this fleece off in a bit. Ideally, I do want to stay near the water, because that simple purification system, you haven't got to worry about water pumping it there. Mind you, from the car, you got dropped off, you haven't got too far to carry the water, but it's just nice not to have to worry about it, not having to ration it. So I'm very, very interested in that spot. I'll try not to get lost here. I'll be phoning Hayley in a bit. Hey Lee, I don't know where I am. Did you bring your map with you? Yeah, where are you lost? I didn't use it. I know where I am. This is looking likely. The only thing is, It's this ground. The ground in this region. I'll show you. See this? It's very sandy. I shouldn't imagine. I don't know if that's combustible. I don't think it is. It's not like the stuff up where I sometimes go. Because that stuff's like peat. And you know, you build a fire on there, it can take hold under the ground. So you think the fire's out and it's spreading under the ground, and you don't really want to set fire to a forest. Oh yeah, this will keep me fit. I need to do more of this. I'll just stop for a drink in a minute, I think. See, I've got a little march on, and there's no need for it. Just take my time. Oh, don't help that my nose is perpetually blocked. Bad sinuses. I've got a really rubbish sense of smell. And yeah, most of my breathing has come out of my mouth. When I'm exerting myself, I can breathe through my nose, but it's restricted airflow. Right. Oh, I'm going to sit myself down. Let's take the fleece off. I'm sweating. Right. I got to a little spot. First I thought, oh, nice little clearing here, that's lovely. Have some of this. And there's a road. Ain't gonna happen. Well, I don't really think I want to go any further this way, do I? No, I'm going to head back. Come on. Yeah, I'm really thinking about that spot by the river now. It's looking likely. Like I said, get there late. Right, let's head back. Yeah, so me block sinuses. I'm sure I've got to have sinusitis, chronic, but I don't think being overweight helps either. You know, when you're exerting yourself, it's hard enough. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm morbidly obese. I'm just a very, very tubby guy. But yeah, I was looking at some old pictures recently. I had a picture yesterday of me and the missus. I've come across it. I was doing some housework and I came across this photo booth shot. 3 shots of me and the missus. We've been together a few years. A quarter of a century ago. Oh God, how young and fresh faced we looked. Both beautiful, young and beautiful, fresh faced. And look what happens. Yeah, so yeah, definitely got to lose some weight, definitely. I'm sorry, I keep going out of shot, don't I? I'm going downhill now as well, which is a lot easier. Yeah, I'm thinking, I ain't going to walk too far. I'm thinking that spot by the river, that is looking likely. It's not only that, if we get whoever I'm with, or if I'm on my own, if we get moved on, can just hop in the car. And if the old Bill come along in the car park and start searching, wonder why this car's parked here overnight. Not they will, but you can quickly nip over there, you know. I don't think they'll tell us to move on and say, look, we're having a little overnight camp, we're just the other side of the river there. That's my car. Job done. You won't get any more hassle. The old Bill know who it is. No old Bill gonna come along and check out the car again. The old Bill know you're there. So it's not a bad idea actually. I don't think the old Bill care. I mean, if they was to turn up and you had a big fire roaring, raging, yeah, they might get the ump and tell you to put it out. But as for camping overnight, I can't see the old Bill having a problem. They're not interested in that. You just run over there, show them your driving licence. Look, this is me. my motor. This is where I live. And we're just camping here for the night. So yeah, not a bad idea. It's nice to get out and about again. It really is. It's been far too long. Definitely going to invest in a cheap hard shell. I'm just a bit daft sitting on top of that little motor of mine. That's why the inflatable's so handy, because it just packs up in the car, in the boot or in the back seat, and away you go. But I've only got a small little car. I suppose it's not impossible. Just stick a roof, oh sorry, excuse me, I've got hiccups. Stick a roof rack on it. Right, I need a drink. Back in a bit. Just found a nice little seating area for a little break. I haven't got any food with me. I had to fill up the petrol before I came, so I just popped to the petrol station, grabbed myself a sandwich, bit of breakfast, you know, and so I was feeling a little bit peckish. 20-minute drive from where I live down to here, so it's not like I'm miles away from home. It's Saturday today, so I'll go out to town. It's market day, and yeah, that'd be nice actually, because it's actually today is VJ Day, 75th anniversary. It's Saturday, is it the 15th today? Yeah, Saturday the 15th. 75 years since VJ, Victory Over Japan Day. Yeah, that doesn't get as much mention as VE Day really. And they were saying on the news, the reason really why is because at home at the time, when the war was on, everything was focused on Europe. Europe was in your backyard. You know, that was what was that was the most pressing thing at the time. Victory in Europe, the Nazis and everything. So Japan, like Asia, Far East, was, you know, out of sight, out of mind. So it's never really been as big a thing as VE Day. But because it's 75 years today, the 75th anniversary, they're I think they're pulling out the stops today. So yeah, I might go into town. They'll have something on. They usually have people dressed up in World War II gear. So yeah, yeah, I'll pop in. I might actually film it. Not a bad little spot for a sit down, I reckon. I half expect an Ewok to jump out. For those of you who are into Star Wars. Yeah, it's not too bad today actually. It's not one of those baking hot days. No, I don't mind the heat. I don't mind the heat at all. I hate working in it. I've been working non-stop. It's just been like really busy. Me and the missus both key workers, so it's there was no rest for the wicked, so to speak. She works for a bank. I'm a home shopping delivery driver, so yeah, it's been pretty full on, people. And to be quite honest, I'll be glad to see the back of this year. I really will. But yeah, the weather's not too bad today. It's I've cooled down now that I've sat down a bit, and yeah, it's I think it's you know, I could actually do a little bit of rain now. If it started raining ever so slightly, I think that would really aid me, if you know what I'm saying. Just cool me down that little bit more. But I think you can sense it's going to get a bit warmer, definitely. Well, we'll just see how the day progresses. I'm slowing my pace down. Why I was marching along, I don't know. Trying to think what else there is I need to say. There ain't really much. There's a couple of things. I know there's one in particular, but I don't really know if I want to share it on social media. It's more of a personal thing, if you know what I mean. Nothing bad. It's like me, how I've well, basically what it is, I've rekindled my Christianity, my Christian faith. Getting back in touch with God and all that. You know, claiming Jesus Christ to be my Lord and Saviour, which I believe, but I'm not going to go into it. It's not everyone's thing. I'm not going to turn this channel into a for want of a better phrase, Bible bashing channel. I do read the Bible. I find it's changed me, not a great deal, but it has changed the way I view the world and view and treat other people. Basically, I just want to be a better person. And I know you say you don't need religion for that, but it's not that. It's me. It's like just searching for something, and this just grabbed hold of me. It's not an overnight thing. It happened gradually over time. It started back in 2016. I took my first few tentative steps, reached out to the local Anglican church, went down, had a meeting with a guy, we chatted and everything, we spoke about this, spoke about that, and but then all my old doubts and questions came back, the ones I had when I was about 6 or 7 as a young Catholic boy, and kind of fizzled away, but sort of simmered in the background. But it's come back with a vengeance, and I can't explain it. I'm the kind of guy that I need to see the proof. Show me the proof, and you can't prove or disprove God, you know. And that was always my argument. Sorry, I need to change my arm. That was always my argument. You know, I'll take the scientific option, nuts and bolts. You know, show me the evidence, and I'll run with that. But no, I just yes, I can't explain it. Please don't ask me to. And so it's just grabbed me. It really has. So that's where I'm at. That's what I'm talking about. The personal things. It's not something I really want to share. Thought I'd just get that out. It's not something I want to proclaim on my YouTube channel. It's not something I want to start banging on about. But yeah, what I will say is, I had a couple of interesting moments, and I think the pivotal point for me was, when was it? Was it September, October 2016, when I went to my son's passing in parade at Harrogate. It's not a big affair like the passing out parade, but I was in Harrogate for 2 days. I'd booked a hotel room through what's that? I can't remember what the company's called. Anyway, I booked this hotel room, but I booked the wrong day and it was non-refundable. I should have booked the next day. So the missus just said, look, go down, spend 2 days there. So I did. And I got drunk. As you do. But on the second night, something happened. I bumped into a guy. I'd been out drinking. I'd popped into various little watering holes around Harrogate, drinking with locals. Had a bite to eat. And then, as the evening wore on, I was looking for somewhere to drink. And got to this street corner. There's this guy standing there having a fag. We got chatting, and it was like, you know, he's having a smoke. I pulled out my electronic fag, so we're having a puff together. I said, "Where's a good place to drink around here, mate?" He said, "There's a lovely Cuban bar around the corner." I said, "What's it like?" He said, "It's all right there." I said, "What's the beer like?" "Yeah, not too bad." So we linked up. We got in this Cuban bar. Cut a long story short, he dosed me up. He spiked me, and my night, I wondered how I got as drunk as I did. I shouldn't have been that drunk. Right, I'm on the main road here, and no, I'm heading back this way. So yeah, he dosed me up. But the funny thing was, he turned round to me towards the end of the night and said, "Yeah, you're staying in a hotel, aren't you?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, we can have a drink in your bar." He said, "We can have a late one." And me, I'm like, "Yeah, good idea, bruv." So we've gone back to the bar. The guy in the hotel weren't happy, but he obliged because I told him, "Look, I'm a guest, mate. I want a drink." So he got a couple of pints. Anyway, had the first pint, knocked that back. Went and ordered the second pint. And this bloke who I'm drinking with puts his pint down, says, "I'm off." The storm's off. Yeah, it took me. I'm a bit of a slow learner sometimes, and yeah, he dosed me up, and for what reason? You know, I'm not even going to go there. But obviously, his plan didn't work, and there's a very good reason why it didn't work. One is he hadn't counted on the fact that I'm quite a large guy, and I'm also a large guy that has drank copious amounts of alcohol in his life and dabbled in drugs, which I don't do anymore. And so yeah, I've got a tolerance to certain toxins, shall we say, and I firmly believe that God put me on that street corner to intercede in that moment, because God knew that my shoulders could take the weight and to save someone having their life ruined. Listen, might not be. It might not be. Probably wasn't. Probably just coincidence that I bumped into him. It was just one of those things. I truly believe God used me like a chess piece and put me there. And it's such a humbling feeling. Such an honour. You know, but like I said, that's it. I told the story. This isn't going to be a God channel. This is me out and about. But I thought I'd just, you know, a good thing to share. So that's where I am. My ripped trousers. I can't remember if that was the way I came in, did I? I'm going to have to check the video and see if I turned left or right after I'd come off that first path. Because if I didn't, then that is it, because I just crossed straight over. How can I be so dumb? All roads lead to Rome. I'll get there. Ah, hold on. No, that's right. I passed that little gate, didn't I, with the horses that led to the horses field, which is here, I think. So, nope, I'm back on track, people. I'm back on track. Yeah. Remember that? Yeah, that's it. We're going down this way. Yeah, remember that. Right. Quite cool now, actually. Just picked up the pace a little bit. I don't know whether to keep heading on down or turn off here. There's no harm in it. I've got nothing else to do. It's still early. I think I left the house just after 6:30, 27. Nice brisk walk. I thought how enjoyable it is. I'll definitely do this more often. And I've got a lot of places to walk around here, you know. I've got no excuse whatsoever. It's a lovely part of the world. Yeah, I'm going to head back now. I'm not going to walk all the way down there, so head back to the little bridge, to the car. It's warming up a bit. It's overcast, but it wouldn't surprise me if there's a few more people turning up down here now. That's what I like to get here early. If I'm going to have a paddle, I do like get down here, leave at about 6:30 latest, spend an hour and a half, 2 hours having a paddle. A few more people might turn up, but by the time they do, I'm usually leaving. So, and then you get the hordes, the families that come down and they set up their gazebos and they have like barbecues. You get kids in and out of the water. I don't want to come across like a grumpy old man. They have as much right to be in the water as me. I just don't want them in there while I'm in there. That's why I choose to get down early. It was a bit disappointing really to see the water level being so low. They must have, well, last time they dredged that river, that stretch of river, the water level went down and I was quite shocked, but I still managed to put in and go for a paddle. That section by the bridge, it was low, but it wasn't as low and quite so widespread in that area. But yeah, I've never seen it that low before. They've really dredged that, and that water level has just sunk. So yeah, it's a bit of a downer really, but you just can't put in an inflatable. See, those guys who had the hard shells, obviously they got in their canoes and then they shuffled into deeper water. I can't shuffle into deeper water in a kayak, in an inflatable kayak. I can't do it. So I'd have to wade out into deeper water, then put in. But then I've got my camera and everything else, and I don't want the camera to fall in the water. That's why I like to put everything on that put-in point. Once I'm stable in the boat, I can then grab everything and put it in. If I try, I don't know. Mate, am I making excuses? Probably. I nearly spat then, sorry. Right, we're back at the bridge. I can't see many people coming here at night. I really can't see it. And you know, if we're tucked away over here, we can see if anyone pulls in the car park, so we can go stealth mode, so to speak. Yeah, not a bad idea. Oh, we've got horses over there. Oh, there's loads of people here now, I think. Yeah, look at it, look. See, that's why I get here early. Good luck. I got in this morning, I gave up my inflatable. Yeah, I'm not, because I'm not dressed for wading in either, do you know what I mean? So, but no. Yeah, I've done it before, but it wasn't as low the last time they dredged it. It wasn't as low as this, and I just obviously got out to slightly deeper water, but I've never seen it this low before. So, well, good luck.
He's a short little right.
I'm sweating now, absolutely sweating. That was a nice walk actually, I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm back in the car now. Gypsies have turned up with a couple of horses, which they're perfectly entitled to do. Just not my bag, do you know what I mean? I like the river to myself. The whole idea of getting down here early, I mean, it's 9 o'clock now and it's only going to get busier and busier. You soon, I suppose, you'll have people setting up barbecues and God knows what else. And I mean, I can do crowds. I just don't want to do crowds. So, yeah, I'm really, really disappointed about that water level. I mean, there's guys that are putting in, as you saw, I was just speaking to a couple of guys and they've got inflatables, but they don't appear to have a skeg at the base of their inflatables, whereas I do. It acts as a stabiliser. And, yeah, I don't really... Well, I suppose I could have put the kayak in without it, but I'm not sure how it handles. I mean, it's only a small little skeg. It's not going to make a big difference, I guess, but it does act as a stabiliser. How unstable will the kayak be without it? I don't know. So, yeah. Look, more people rocking up now. What I think I'm going to do now is I'm going to head back home. I'm really, really thinking about that spot on the other side of that bridge. Getting down there. So if you got down there just before it got dark, set up, wouldn't take long, within half hour you set up, keep it low key, bit of camo netting, wait for everyone to do one, and then yeah, so that I'm very, very pleased about that. I don't know if there's I'll have to check it out. I'm not sure if there was paths that went along that side of the bank. I don't think there was, but you know, next time I'll come down, I will have a little check about. Well, do you know what? I might come down with the missus actually, see if she fancies a walk tomorrow. So we'll have a Sunday morning walk. She's never been down there, and I keep meaning to bring her down. And yeah, so it might be an idea. Anyway, look, I'm gonna head off back home now, and yeah, I'm gonna have a shower because I'm a bit sweaty, and start putting this little video together for you lot. And yeah, so just me popping my face up. It has been a while, I know. It's, you know, YouTube ain't my life, people. It's not my life. It's just a minor little hobby. And a lot of the stuff I do on YouTube, I enjoy doing it. I enjoy putting the videos together and trying to make something that looks, you know, presentable. But by and large, most of it on there is it's for future generations, you know, so that my family, like 100 years from now, 150 years, I've got records, you know, video records. I'm recording so much family-wise and everything, and digging out photographs and taking photographs, so that there's, you know, not just stories, there's actual video. We've backed up with loads of photographs and stuff for like my my descendants. So 150, 200 years from now, they're not just talking about Uncle Doug. They've actually got video of him and the family. So it brings us to life. So in a way, it's a bit like being immortal, I guess. Combine that with a book that I'm writing. I'm doing my memoirs, and yeah, so yeah, it should be good. It should be yeah. I just got to keep writing. I've started. The idea formulated about 20 odd years ago. I'm talking rubbish now, you know. I'm just waffling, but no, the idea did. It started about 20 odd, over 20 years ago, and I've got all the information, all the key bits put down. You know, I've got dates. I've got it in chronological order, but the memoirs themselves. The memoir is not going to be in chronological order. There's going to be a theme running through it, but then it's going to bounce off. It's going to go at different times. So it spans from the early 70s. So when I was about 3, that would be about 1974, 73, 74, right up until, well, now. You know, there's not really much happened in the last 25 years because I settled down, you know, had family, and putting it bluntly, all the fun stops. Just as it does. You know, you settle down, you have kids, you don't, you know, you can't keep walking out of jobs like you used to before. You have responsibilities. Like back then, if I didn't want a job, if I didn't like a job, I said, mate, you can stick this where the sun don't shine. I ain't doing this. I'll walk out and I'll have another job the next day, or that same day in some cases. But you know, it don't work like that anymore, and you've just got to grin and bear it. So yeah, the madness kind of simmered down when me and Ailey got together, although not completely, because it's because, well, her lot ain't normally. So between her family and my family, it's yeah, it's been fun. But yeah, so it kind of, the story will go up to about well, it does touch on like more recent subjects, more recent times, but by and large most of it's up to, say, what, early 2000s, up until the point when like, my kids were born and everything. And you know, there might be a couple of moments that I can discuss after that, but there's not a great deal. So, but yeah, the bulk of it is 70s, 80s and 90s, then moving into the 2000s. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So combining that with my videos and my photographs, you know, I've got a good bit visual, written, and other, you know, memories to share with my ancestors, descendants. Yeah, so that's the plan. So anyway, look, I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to head on back, and yeah, until next time. All right, take care. See you soon. Doug out. All right, this is what I'm talking about. This is what really, really boils my... I'm trying not to swear, but you know what I mean. That. Look at it, look. Absolutely atrocious, disgusting. Just no need for it. No need. All to save a few quid. That's going to cost the local authority, well, the Forestry Commission. They got to pay to get that disposed of. Just winds me up. It really, really winds me up. Although sometimes I despair at the human race. I really do. I'm going to leave it there because it is what it is, isn't it? So yeah, all right then. I'm gone. See you next time.